Hello everyone, welcome back to Advanced Shorthand, and we are now in our week 5. So after this week would be your examination.
So before we move on, please have with you your modules and also the notebook that you've been using to write down the things that we've been discussing in our previous lessons. And also please have with you your ballpen as well para ituloy po natin yung pagsusulat. Okay? So first we have the ification. So ification is, kung titignan niyo dyan sa inyong module, ification is a stroke like the F stroke pero it's a disjoint. Okay, so it's a disjoined F stroke. Okay? So, ayan. Tignan natin yung ating mga words kung saan meron siyang ification. So, first, we have ratification. So, paano natin i-stroke ngayon itong ratification? So, we have rat, R-A-T, R-A-T, bakit ang kapal? R-A-T, and then we have the fication, which is a disjoint F. So, lalagay natin ng baba konti. Next, we have identification. So, we have I, and then our then stroke na DN. It doesn't look like DN. So, let's do it again. We have I, and then, and then T, and then we have the fication. Next, modification. So, we have mode, M-O-D, and then the fication. Next, we have modification. So, we have mode, and then ification, and then S, ifications. Next, we have classification. So, we're going to write class, and then the fications. Next, classification. So, the same as modifications, you're just going to add S in the ifications. So, we have class, C-L-A-S, and then fications. Okay? Next, notification. So, we have note, N-O-T, and then fications. Next, certification. So, we have SIR, S-E-R, and then the T, cert, ification. Clarification. So, we have clar, ification. Specification. So, we have specification. Next is specification. So, we're only going to add S. So, is specifications. Justification. So, we have just, J-U-S-T, and then ifications. Okay, so that's how you stroke the ification words. It's a disjoint. Ification is represented by a disjoint F stroke. Okay, so now let's move on to our next lesson. Kung may mga hindi po kayo nakuha, please feel free to go back. We have the ratify. So we have here the minor vowel omitted words. It says minor vowel omitted words. So, iba po itong fi dun sa ification, ha? So, how do we do ratify? So, kung sinabi nilang omitted vowels, meaning minor vowel omitted, you're gonna omit the vowels that did not made any sound in the word. So, for example, ratify. 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 So, ano yung natanggal doon? It's the I. It's the E sound. So, ang ilalagay lang natin dito is the rat, and then yung ating fi. So, ganyan lang yung stroke. Next, ratify, the same. Lalagyan na lang ng letter D. So, we have rat, fied. And then, yung ating D. Next, notify. Notify. So, to notify. Okay? So, notify. Next, specify. Specify. So, we have spec is specify. So, next, we're going to have specify. So, lalagyan na lang natin ng S yung specify. Kung titignan ninyo yung ating specify, yung mga letters dito is S, and then P, and then E, and then S, and then phi. Now, next, we're going to have classification. So, in the case of classification, ang walang sound ulit is yung I. Walang E. Dun sa classification, di ba? Pag Pilipino kasi ang nag-pronounce, we pronounce it as it is na classification. Pero kapag ka other countries kasi, especially yung mga English talaga, ang pag-pronounce nila dyan is classification. Classification, okay? So wala yung sound ng E, parang classification lang. So, dun pumapasok yung steno natin wherein we omit the vowels or the minor vowels. Minor vowels meaning the vowels that did not or the vowel that you did not pronounce or it did not made a sound while you were pronouncing the word. Okay, so in this case, dun sa classification ay ulit yung walang sound. So we have classification, K, L, A, S, class, and then we have the phi, classify, I'm sorry, it's classify. Classify. So we have the K, L, A, S, and then the F, and then the I, classify. Next, we have justify. 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 So, we have justify. Justify. Pero yung T kasi, T na doon, kaya wala ng I. So, we have J, U, S, T, and then the phi. Okay? Next, we have modify. 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 So, we have M, O, D, and then yung ating phi. Next, clarify. We have K, L, A, R, and then we have our phi. Okay? So, that's it for our minor vowels omitted word. Next, what's next? Next, we're going to have the word that starts with miss. Yeah, mistakes, mistake, mistaken, miss. Okay, so paano ba ini-stroke ang miss word? So, it is stroked as M and S. Okay, paano? M and S. The M and S is stroke. So, first, wala siyang I. It's just miss, M and S. So, we have mistake, M, S, T, A, K, mistake. Next, we have mistakes. So, we have M, S, T, A, K, S, mistakes. Mistaken. So, we have miss, and then take, can, N. Next, misplace. So, we have miss, and then, oops, baliktad. Miss, and then place. Okay, next, mislead. We have miss. Oh, it's not mislead. Okay, sige. Mislead. We have miss, and then we have lead. Misleading. So, we have miss, leading. Misprint. So, we have miss, print. NT yun na, NT. Next, mystery. So, we have mystery. Mystery. Miss-tree. Misrepresent. So, we have represent. Kasi, di ba yung present natin is a brief form, PR. Present is PR. So, yung mispresent natin, MSRPR. Okay, ulitin natin yung ating misrepresent. So, we have MS for miss, and then represent, we have the represent. Okay? So, there you go. Now, let's move on to our next one. Oh, ulitin ko po, kung may hindi kayo naintindihan, please go back. Ulitin po ninyo na isulat hanggang sa makuha ninyo ng tama. Okay? Next, we're going to have a new stroke for yung, ay, wala pa pala. The W dash word. W dash words. Ano yung tinatawag nilang W dash? Kasi 'di ba na ano natin yung W kasi na for example yung we. Yung ating we, it's a downward hook and E. Okay? Kasi nga yung W is the first letter here. Pero paano kapag ka nasa middle yung W? For example, quick. Quick. 'Di ba mayroong wi doon? May sound ng w doon sa quick. Quick, quickly, quit, quote, quart, quote, quart, quoted, quarterly, qualify, quite, always, Broadway, square, hardware. Okay, so the W is, or the sound of W is in the middle of the sentence, or in the middle of the word. Paano nyo i-stroke yan? Okay, so, dito sa quick, para makita ninyo, para maintindihan, quick, we have k, w, e, and another k. That's quick, right? K-W-I-K, quick. Yun yung sound. Now, how do we stroke it? We have K, E, K, and here's your W. Nasa baba siya ng inyong vowel. So, yung quick natin, we have K-W-I-K. Yun yung sounds. Kapag in-stroke mo yan, we have K-I-K or K-E-K, and then the W sound is written as a slipping line. Ayan, slipping line under yung inyong vowel. Okay? So, para mas maintindihan, let's move on. We have quickly. So, quickly, we have K, E, K, and then yung inyong li sound is the same with E, and then here you put your W sound. Next, quit. So, k, kit, and then we put the W there, it's quit. Next, quote, and quart. Quote and quart have the same stroke, so we have K-O-T, and then your N or your W there. Next, quarterly or quoted. We have quoted, and then yung inyong W sound. Next, quarterly. So we have quote, terly, and then yung W. So it's quarterly. Yung quarterly nila, it's pronounced as quarterly. Kaya parehas sila ng quoted, okay, or ng quote. Next, we're going to do qualify. So, qualify. Pero sa kanila, qualify. So, it's K-U-L-F-I. Qualify. So, natanggal na naman yung I doon. So, lagay natin yung W sa baba ng O. Next, quiet. So, sa quiet, K-I-T, and then your W. Next, always. So, all, and then ace, and here's your W. Always. Next, Broadway. So, we have broad, and then your way. So, you have Broadway. Okay, next is square. So, we have K-A-R, and then your W. Your W under A. Square is scare, and then you put W there, square. Okay, next, hardware. So we have hard, A-R-D, A-R. Ulitin natin. We have A-R-D, A-R, and then your H, and then your N. or your W. So, ayan, ganyan yung hardware. Hardware. Okay, so that is how you stroke yung W in the middle of a word. It's a sleeping line. It's written as a sleeping line under your vowel, where it comes after. Qu, tulad nung quick. Quick. Okay? So, I hope you understand. If ever that you haven't understood, you have not understood, I'm not sure. Pero pagka hindi niyo naintindihan, wahaha. Pag hindi niyo naintindihan, please feel free to message me, ask me in the messenger. Okay? I'll get to you as soon as I can. Okay, next, let's move on to our next lesson. And that is our brief forms. Okay, so we have our brief forms. Another set. In this brief forms, we have first order. So yung ating order is represented by the O, and the D. Parang odo. Order. Next, product is represented by P-R-O-D. Prod. Next, equip is represented by E, K, and then your P, equipped. Never is represented by your N and V, nev. Regular is represented by R-E-G, regular. Next, opinion is represented by O, P, and your N. Thank is represented by your TH and your dot. Just after dun sa end ng TH. Correspond and correspondence have the same stroke, and it is represented by your KRES. Corresponds. Okay? So, of course, after every brief form, we have our brief form derivatives. Ayan. So, ito yung ating mga brief form derivatives. Kopya lang natin. Ayan. Okay, so, first, we have orders. So, we have yung order kanina na O, and then yung D, and then we have S. Orders. Next, we have ordered. So, we have ordered. So, we have the order, and then another D. Ordered. Jug, yung jug, don't forget, that is what we call jug. Next, ordering. So, we have order, and then yung ating ing. Next, products. We have product, which is represented by your P-R-O-D, and then add S. Products. Production. So we have P-R-O-D, and then Sean. Equipment. So we have equip, A-C-P, and then ment, which is represented by your blend of M and N. Next, equipped. We have E-K-P, and then D, equipped. But it's not D, it's T. T pala. Equipped. Okay, it's T. So we have E-K-P-T. Mahaba yata masyado yung ating T. Bawasan natin. There you go. Now we have let's live in order. That's not a brief form phrase. That's not a brief form derivatives. It's a brief form phrase. Gagawin natin yan mamaya. Okay? Next, we have regularly. So, regular is represented by your R-E-G, as in reg. And then we have li, which is represented by your small circle. So, we have regular, and then yung li. Next, opinions. So, opinion is represented by your O, P, and N. Now, we add S for it to become as for it to be opinions, to become opinions. Okay? Next, thanking. So, yung ating thank kanina is represented by TH, and that's sa dulo. Ngayon, we add another ing. Okay? So, that's thanking. Next, we have corresponds. Correspond is represented by your K-R-E-S, and then another S for corresponds. Tama ba? Yes, tama. Next, we have corresponded. So, we have correspond, C-R-E-S, and then yung dead natin, mahabang D. Correspondent. So, we have correspond, and then dent, N-T. Okay, next, correspondence. So, we have yung correspondent, and then we add S. Okay, so those are our brief form derivatives. Now, let's move on to our brief form phrase na iisa lang naman. So, we have in order. In order is in order. OD. Okay, kasi nga yung in order, ayan yung in order na yan, in is represented by your N stroke, and then yung ating order, which is represented by O and D. So, that's how you stroke in order phrase. Okay, so now let's move on. And that is our thank you phrases. Okay, so move on tayo. Move on na. Mag-move on na kayo. Okay, so we have our thank you phrases. It's hanging. Okay, so we have our thank you phrases. So, kanina naipakita sa inyo kung paano siya ginagawa yung thank. Pero kapag ka naging phrase na siya, iba ulit yung kanyang stroke. So, it is going to be represented by TH only. So, ito yung thank you natin. So, yung thank you natin, we have our TH and then yung ating U. That's how you stroke thank you. Now, we do thank you for. So, we have thank you. And then yung ating for, which is represented by F. That's how you do thank you for. Next, thank you for the. We have TH. And then yung ating O. U, I mean to say. And then yung ating for. And then yung ating the. That's how you do thank you for the. Next, we have thank you for. And then your. Thank you for your order. So, we have thank you for your order. So, D. Ganyan na lang. Di ba yung ating order kanina is OD, pero meron na kasi tayong U doon, kaya hindi na tayo naglagay ng O. Kaya D na lang. Okay? Next, we have thank you for your letter. So, we have thank you, and then for, and then your, and then your letter. Okay? So, those are yung pinaka-common na mga ginagamit na thank you phrases. Okay, so now let's move on. Move on na ulit. Ang bilis ah. Anyway, if you were not able to follow any of those strokes, please go back and try it again until you get it right. Next, we move on to our words beginning the X. X. X words. The X words. Okay, so first we have extra. Paano ba siya ginagawa? Paano ba? So it says here that the word beginning X as in extra is written with the E and left or right S symbol. Okay? So the X here is represented by S. The S symbol. Okay? So nilalagay yung E and then nilalagay yung S. Kasi 'di ba, kung maalala ninyo, if you're gonna go back or if you're gonna scan your notes, you're going to see there that when for example the stand, right, the stand starts with S. However, we do not put the E there. Stand is STND. Yun yung stroke ng stand. Wala siyang E sa beginning. Now, if you're going to stroke X na nasa unahan, therefore, ang gagawin mo to be able to distinguish if that is X or S, lagyan mo ng E. Kung may E yan, that means it's X. Kapag ka walang E, then it is S. Okay? So, let's try doing this. Doing the strokes of this. So, extra, we have E-S-T-R-A. Extra. Exam. So, we have E-S-A-M. Exam. Examine. E-S-A-M-N for mean. That's a blend. M-N blend. Next, extreme. So we have E-S-T-R-E-M. Extreme. Next, extremely. E-S-T-R-E-M-E. Forly. Extremely. Next, exact. E-S... Ano ba yan? E-S-A-K-T. Exact. Next, exactly. You have E-S-A-K-T-ly, which is represented by our E stroke. Next, exciting. Exciting. So we have E-S-I, and then your T, and then your I-N-G. Exciting. Next, expand. So we have E-S-P-A-N-D. Expand. Next, expire. So we have E-S-P-I-R. Ulitin natin. E-S-P-I-R. Expire. Expired. E-S-P-I-R-D. Expired. Next, expert. E-S-P-E-R-T. Expert. Next, export. E-S-P-O-T. Bakit po OT lang? Export naman, it's export. Wala siyang R. Export. Next, expect. E-S-P-E-K-T. Expect. Or wala pala siyang E, I'm sorry. So, it's E-S-P-K-T. Expect. Next, we have expected. E-S-P-K-T-D. Expected. Expense. We have E-S-P-N-S. Expense. Now, expenses. We have E-S-P-N-S-S for expenses. And lastly, we have expensive. E-S-P-N-S-V. Expensive. Okay, so those are sample words for the X sound. Yung mga words na merong X, ganyan po siya kung ini-stroke natin in shorthand writing. Now, if you have any questions, kung may mga hindi kayo naintindihan, please feel free to ask. Ayan, via messenger, tanongin ninyo doon. Reach me in my, or kung pwede naman sa GC, meron naman tayong mga GCs, mga group chat natin dun sa Facebook, you can try and ask there. And then, I'll get to you as soon as I can. Pangilang beses ko nang nasabi yun. Okay. So, next. Meron pa po ba? Let's check. Oh, wala na po. So, that ends our lesson.
Okay, so as I have said a while ago, this is our last week before the prelim exam. So this is going to be our last lesson for the prelim exam. So of course, expect na kung ano man yung mga pinag-aralan natin on week 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, nandun yun lahat sa magiging exam ninyo for prelims. So please review your strokes para nang sa ganun, pumasa naman kayo sa exam. So, of course, as usual, do the activities that are there in your module, dun sa part ng requirements. If you have any question, any clarification, or kung kailangan niyo ng tulong kung paano gawin yung mga strokes, ayan, just feel free to message me via Messenger. I'll answer as soon as I can. And as I've said dun sa inyong dun sa announcement natin dun sa ating GC na lahat ng activities po ninyo na hindi ninyo masasubmit sa GC ay sa messenger ninyo i-send. Okay? Picturean ninyo yung inyong mga papel and then send it sa messenger, sa akin, sa messenger ko, okay? Through private message. So that's it everyone. See you next week for your exam. Good day and God bless.